We hope you enjoyed coming with us on a road trip across the country, but it's time for us to get back on the water. Over the next few weeks, we're going to bring you with us as we sail, explore, and enjoy getting back to boat life in the San Juan Islands. These videos are made possible by San Juan Sailing, our amazing patrons, and you. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Okay guys, we have some very exciting days coming up, and that is our charter in the San Juan Islands. Woohoo!
We're just driving through Port Townsend right now, and I know this is like a super nautical place. It looks like such a cool little town. We're gonna have to come back and hang out here. For right now, we're getting on a ferry to go over towards Bellingham, where we're leaving out of for our charter.
We're super excited. We are chartering a Seawind 1160. It's going to be very, very similar to the boat we are getting. And we're chartering it through San Juan Sailing. Do I have to tell you we're excited one more time? Because we are excited!
So we're making our way over that way, and we still have to do a bunch of prep before we leave. First, we just got to get to Bellingham.
We're hopping on a ferry.
But you can drive all the way there, but like you got to take this roundabout way through Seattle and stuff like that. So this is a much quicker way. Plus, it'll be cool to get on a ferry.
But at the same time, we don't have a reservation, and it's leaving in 5 minutes, so we don't know if we're gonna get on it. But if not, maybe we'll take the 8 o'clock one or something.
There's no dashes in the middle of the road. We don't.
You know, if all our reservations show up, more than likely you're looking at a 6:45, just so you know what you're signing up for.
All right.
Okay. You do have all the comforts at home, so...
Yeah. We won't starve. Well, we're not getting on this ferry, so he said just to pull up, we'll get on like the 5-something ferry, or maybe the 6-something ferry, but he said we'll definitely get on a ferry today. But after we pull up here and after this ferry leaves, it sounds like we can go just walk around town maybe. Maybe we'll get a bite to eat or something in Port Townsend. We're just checking out Port Townsend, walking around a little bit. Really cool little town. Old historic buildings, all brick. And the views around here are amazing with the mountains way off in the distance. Sierra and I each found our own little vices that we're giving into. Sierra's in right now. And I smelled some really good pizza back there, so get a little snack before we get on the ferry and head off to towards Bellingham. Oh, how is it?
Pretty good.
How good?
I got Oreo cookie.
Said we're each giving into our own little vice here in Port Townsend. Ice cream and pizza.
I guess that's the cheaper way to do it than going out for a meal. Whoa, not just one slice, 2. I only got 1 scoop.
Is pizza healthier than ice cream though?
No.
Look, this hat is full of olives.
So is that your vegetable?
Mm-hmm. All right, it's 5 o'clock something. And our ferry's here. So these guys are unloading. Hopefully we get on this one and go. Come on. Good girl.
Welcome aboard the Washington State Ferry. The following message is an important safety announcement. Passengers who may have special needs during an emergency should identify themselves to any crew member upon boarding. If you have any questions, please stop by the ship's office or ask any crew member.
Isn't it cool?
It's certainly chilly up here.
right out this channel, if we look. Oh yeah, so if we look, so those right over here, way off in the distance, are the San Juan Islands. And then that big piece of land over there, way off in the distance, is Vancouver Island. Canada. So that's where we're gonna be sailing in tomorrow, the next day. I feel like a whole different world.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's beautiful though. We have used our very handy dandy iOverland app, and we have found a free camp spot at a trailhead about 30 minutes from where we load up on the boat. Tonight I think we're just gonna go there, probably get some sleep, and then tomorrow we need to finish route planning, laundry. We really want the camper to be clean and nice and everything just in perfect condition when we get back, so it's not like dreadful like we're leaving our favorite type of living and then going back to the camper. So it'll just be nice and clean when we get back. And we need to go grocery shopping for our trip. We have selected 2 pre-boards. That means we can get on the boat tomorrow night instead of Saturday morning, and then Saturday morning we'll be there super bright and early, ready to go. However, I think the weather tomorrow and Saturday are supposed to be pretty nasty.
Yeah, at least tomorrow's supposed to be nasty.
But that's okay, we'll get our laundry and grocery shopping done and it'll all be good. We're used to bad days on the water. However, I've heard bad days on the water in the Pacific are pretty bad.
At least, like, the San Juan Island it's not an open ocean. Although it's in big, deep bodies of water, it's not in the open oceans. It's still, like, relatively sheltered sailing. Relatively. It's all relative.
Scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
Woo! Sorry,
Woke her
Jess.
up.
Sorry, girl.
Do you want to know my excitement level?
You're at a 14.
I'm at a 100! Number 1, because I have been looking forward to like exploring this area for so long. Number 2, the potential of orcas. Number 3, but probably rated number 1, is the fact that we're going to be on a boat that is super similar to what we're getting, and it just makes me so excited, and I can plan out this will go there, and this will go there, and this will be here. And don't worry, we'll give you a whole tour of the boat. But yeah, excitement levels are very high around here. Top of the morning to you. Okay, we woke up at our trailhead. We didn't show you last night because it was dark and you couldn't see anything. It's a trailhead, nobody was around. It's pretty close to the road, but it didn't bother us at all. So now it's time to go head to the laundromat, do all of our laundry, clean the whole camper, go grocery shopping, make a route, and hop on the boat. Do you think the weather's gonna be like this our whole charter?
No. It's really windy and rainy today, but the wind's supposed to die tomorrow, and it doesn't look like any super significant wind for our whole trip. I think we'll have at least enough here and there to sail, but today's nasty and rainy, and tomorrow might be a little rainy, but I don't think it's gonna be bad after that. All right, step 1 was my coffee. Step 2, we're going to the laundromat.
How many of you allow your dog to sleep in the bed? If I could make one rule for Jetty, it would be that she couldn't sleep in here because she is so dirty all of the time and it makes our bed dirty. However, don't really have a way to block her out, and she gets cold, so I feel bad. So she ends up sleeping in bed. And our bed gets covered in sand and hair and dirt, but it's okay. She is worth it. And I don't know if we've told you guys yet, I don't think we have, but the day we get back from our charter, my older sister comes to visit for like 5 days, and she's staying in the camper with us.
Yeah.
So we're all gonna be in this little space together. So that's another reason why we wanted everything super clean the day we get back.
You guys, Sierra's crying, and
We're officially boatless.
so this may seem like it's the super late news by the time you're seeing this video. Adrenaline just sold. We just closed today. We just got the email. A
very stressful process.
Yeah, I think a lot of you guys probably assumed that we had sold already. And we have been in contract for a while with this.
And we had been in multiple contracts.
Yeah, basically insurance was killing people on our boat because it's an older boat. A lot of the people didn't really have the necessary experience to get that insurance wanted. Things like that were killing the deals. We have an awesome couple. Congratulations, Monty and Sandy. We're so happy for you guys. We're really happy that the boat is going to a couple who are going to use it, I think, how she's meant to be used. Like, it's not going into charter. It's not going to be just a liveaboard sitting somewhere. Like, Adrenaline's meant to sail. She's a really good sailing boat. They plan to equip her with electric motors, which I think she's a perfect option for electric motors. Light, well-driven. It's been a long time coming. Adrenaline sold. And it's so ironic that today is the day, this afternoon, we're getting on the Seawind charter, and it's the same day that we close on the boat.
These are happy tears, I think.
It's bittersweet. They always say the best days of owning a boat are the days you buy and the day you sell it. I think that's true in a way, but it's also a very sad day. We're very attached to Adrenaline. We've had a lot of memories on her.
Do people get attached to houses?
I think so.
Like, boats are so... We spent years working on her. She, like, took us, like, thousands and thousands of miles to, like, super cool places. She kept us safe in, like, bad weather. And she was our home.
For 3 full years, basically.
3.5.
3.5. And we sailed her all the way as far north as New England, as far south as Grenada, and a ton of places in between. And we basically lived we lived full time on her for those 3 years. And we did so much work to her, I think, in about 3 times as good a shape when we sold her now as she was when we bought her. So we'll probably meet up with them this winter. They're going to keep the boat in Florida. We're going to be back in Florida sometime this winter, and we'll probably link up with them and just celebrate and see what they have going on with the boat as they work on it. Just maybe check in while they install electric motors, just depending on our schedule and their schedule. It'd be cool to touch base and see what's going on.
I'm, like, sad we're not doing this in person, but I think I would also be embarrassed if we did this in person.
All right.
Adrenaline, we love ya.
All right, you guys, we just made it to the marina in Bellingham, and we're
about to get the boat.
to get the boat.
You'll have your slip, so that'll be listed right here. It'll say slip gate 3, and then you'll be able to see your numbers. So that's where you guys will also be returning your boat.
Those boats have houses, garages in a marina. It's so windy out right now.
It's so nice to be back on the dock.
I see the boat.
You do? Where?
Yeah. There she is. You excited?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
All right.
She's beautiful.
We're on, now what?
I feel like we're home. We're home.
Isn't this cool?
She's beautiful. Are you ready to go in?
Let's go in.
I got the key. Welcome in.
Woo. All right, you guys. We just made it onto Moki Max.
1116 Deluxe. So it's a little bit different than the ones we showed you at the Annapolis Boat Show, but it is beautiful.
Same mold, mostly everything's the same. This one has diesel engines and then like slightly different interior not even layout, I don't think, just
just like color scheme, and I think like the thickness of the interior furniture and everything.
like
so
teak and holly. Just some stuff like that.
Beautiful.
The past few days we've been getting prepped for this. We've been going over all the information that San Juan Sailing has sent us and made sure we're up to speed with just their safety stuff, with the boat, the owner's notes, our route planning. You've been working on that.
Charter handbook.
And I'm the dedicated skipper for this trip. Sierra is the dedicated
navigational safety officer. Do I sound official or what? So we have a couple of things we have to do before we can like move our stuff on, and that includes like a checklist to make sure that the skipper and the navigation and safety officer knows where certain things on the boat are to be safe.
Basically, we know where things are and how things work and what we're doing, basically.
Luckily, we have probably watched tour guides of this boat about 50 million trillion times. So I think we have a pretty good idea of where every single thing is, but...
I mean, yeah, between that and our experience already, and then reading all the information they provided, this is going to be pretty easy, I think.
But it's still fun opening up all the cabinets.
So let's get to work going through our check. We got to go through this checklist, and then the checkout skipper's going to come and like make sure that, I don't know what he's going to do. Give us a test or something. All right, guys, we're going to just run around the boat and just go through this thing because it's a little bit time sensitive because we don't want to hold the checkout skipper up. So
We have an hour.
let's do it.
Hey Billy, did you fill it all out?
Yep, I think we got everything.
Ready to go and 30 knots of wind.
We're looking at the instruments. It's over 30. Yeah, it's gusting over 30 knots. It's like white out over there.
Oh, the rain's coming.
Yeah.
We filled out our sheet, we found all of the items, we marked them all off, and now I think we're ready to move on.
Oh, it's been a long day. Got some pad thai takeout. And it's Jetty's first time on this boat. Are you having fun?
We just brought all of our stuff from the truck in the pouring rain, but I think we got all of it.
2 adrenaline, and 2 are weak in the San Juan Islands.
Woo! Okay, what are your hopes, dreams, and expectations?
I hope we get to see it work, huh?
You can steal mine.
You asked me first.
What else?
I think it's going to be pretty light wind the whole time, but hopefully we get some days of sailing. I think we will, actually. I think we'll get some days that'll increase. I think it'll be very interesting, like the tides and currents. The tides are big here and the currents are strong. It'll be interesting just, navigating around the times of, the currents and stuff like that. I mean, it'll be similar to New England a little bit, I think, right? Like, that's kind of how it was in New England.
No, just really Maine.
Yeah, Maine had big tides, but like even currents around like through the cuts by like Woods Hole and stuff. I guess that's the only real big spot, but it'll be a little more dramatic than that, I guess.
I think my number one hope, of course, is to see an orca, but also just to like live on this boat, I think, is what I'm really looking forward to. Like, get used to cooking in the galley and sleeping in the bed and all that fun stuff. We're excited, and huge thank you to San Juan Sailing because we couldn't be here without them. Okay, time for bed.
We're exhausted. We're going to bed. We'll see you guys in the morning. This is our bed. Good night.